Hello, I am Michael Strickland, internist and chair of Let My Doctor Practice, a national physicians and patients town hall event being held near Denver and by live interactive webcast, July 20th through 26th. If you believe there are serious problems with America's current healthcare delivery system and would like to discuss and act on solutions, we invite you, whatever your persuasion, to bring your voice to this table, to join with others who are determined to make a positive difference now. I would like to read to you a resolution I have posted to wikidoc.org for editing by America's physicians, and then to be voted on at this conference. There will be more such documents to come, and we invite participation by all. July 4th, 2015. We, the undersigned, practicing physicians of America, do warrant the following. Whereas the meaningful use of electronic health records program, as designed by a commission composed of 23 persons, 9 of whom were physicians, 2 of whom were practicing, enacted by the Hitech Act of 2009, was imposed against the will and the professional judgment of the majority of America's experienced clinicians. Whereas a legible, coherent, succinct, and complete medical document is key and central to the safe and effective and efficient care of the patient, and physicians across this nation have found that EHR systems which are compliant with this program to have significant and widespread deficits in these areas. Whereas we are trained and licensed medical professionals responsible to prevent, diagnose, and treat illness and injury, who sign and take personal and legal responsibility for our diagnoses and recommended courses of action. Therefore, we hereby declare, as one profession, that as the captain of the ship is bound to avoid the reef for his or her passenger's sake, and the pilot the mountaintop, so must physicians have the ultimate authority and bear ultimate responsibility for the medical care of patients who have entrusted them with their lives. And that, along with the nation's largest nurses union, the National Nurses United, in which patients do support the premise of this resolution, we call for an immediate moratorium on this program, including any and all penalties associated for a minimum period of 2 years, with an interim report at 1 year, to allow for collection of feedback from physician and other end users of these systems, and experimentation in collaboration with other experts and stakeholders in improvement of the same. That in the interim, America's physicians and surgeons will have both the right and obligation to create a legible, coherent, succinct, and complete medical document to the best of their ability, and by whatever means each deems necessary, before signing said document and assuming responsibility for its content, and that thoughtful, focused, problem-solving care for the individual patient before him or her will resume its rightful place as the prime directive of the physician, and that data collection and all other objectives will be assigned to others whenever possible, and that any attempt by any person or entity, not the physician in attendance, to force the physician to do otherwise, and thus to violate his or her oath, shall be considered by these signatories to constitute the practice of medicine without license or malpractice, and we call on our state legislatures to enforce the same for the sake of all. Thank you. Please visit letmydoctorpractice.org/conference to add your voice too.